Your Honor.
Okay, now, if I, in good faith, have gone to my sheriff's department, I've gone in good faith to the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, I talked to a Whitney Williams there, I've gone to the Panama City Police Department, Scott Irvin happens to be the police chief, the secretary is Laura Olson, the Bay County Sheriff's Department, the secretary is Teresa England. I, in good faith, have called the Florida Department of Law Enforcement. And then I'm calling the Florida governor's office. And then I'm talking about serious cop crimes of where they didn't, when the situation went down, they weren't there. They didn't see what was going on. How do they decide who the victim is and who the perpetrator is? How do they do that?
Okay, sir, you should continue to work with the Internal Affairs Office of the Department of Police Department of Panama City, okay?
So in other words, how about connecting me to Warren Davis?
Okay, let me see if he's available, but you need to tell me your name so he'll know who you are.
Whistleblower.
All right, hold on.
Live, work, and raise a family. Thank you for calling the governor's office. Someone will be with you shortly. Florida's economy is headed in the right direction. By cutting taxes and lowering the cost of living, we are creating what the job can get one. Scott's office, Warren speaking.
How you doing, Warren Davis, my friend?
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, okay, my friend, I am a whistleblower. I'd like to tell you a situation that happened. I was going to a laundromat. No, across the street, I live in a home across from a laundromat. It's called Jeannie's Laundromat in Panama City, Florida. And there was a super loud car stereo. You've heard them in Tallahassee, right? Am I correct on that? Now, I understand you've been there 12 years. Am I correct on that?
13.
Okay, all right, 13 years. And I'm calling citizen service, right? Am I correct on that?
That's right.
Now, as of June 5th, 2016, I was in my home, trying to enjoy my home. And so what happened was, there was a super loud car stereo across the street. 500 feet away from my place, across a busy highway, a 4-lane highway, the place was vibrating my place to where the china was rattling. So I go over to this laundromat. It's called Jeannie's Laundromat in Panama City, Florida. And I bring a cell phone with me so that they can't turn around and claim that I started a fight or something like that. So in a civil matter, I asked this person, I think I'm calling you June 7th, 2016 right now. Am I correct on that? Hello?
That's right.
Okay. So I, in good faith, I tell the guy, hey, I'm trying to enjoy my home. You mind turning off your stereo? So anyway, this guy throws me gang signs. I see a gang sign on his vehicle. Next thing I know, I'm getting ready to cross the street, and I'm thinking everything is over with. Then this lady comes out and says, you don't have no right to film us. This is private property. I said, number one, I said, I'm in a public space. I have a right to record. As a matter of fact, I said I have a right to protect myself to keep you from putting lies on me. So now what happened was, you can go on YouTube under Jimbikeman and type in gangs own cops, PCFLA. I put video 1 and 2 up. So the cops were not there. They didn't know what the hell that was going on. The business, Jeannie's Laundromat, calls the cops. The cops weren't there. How do they decide who the perpetrator is? How do they decide who the victim is? And why is it that they only allow the so-called business to write down their side? Next thing you know, they find out where I am, And they say if you come back to Jeannie's laundromat, which I guess now I got to stink like a skunk because I can't wash my clothes, that you will be arrested? This is a common tactic that is used by businesses because there was another place of where I was documenting roaches and meat. And I was contacting the Department of Agriculture Consumer Services. And then what happened was, next thing I know, I go back to this store and the cops say, if you come back to this store, you're going to be arrested. At a Target, they were selling a book called The Cat That Robbed the Bank and another one that's called The Cat That Sniffed Glue by Lillian Jackson Braun. Okay? And I said, what are you doing selling a book like this that can encourage kids to want to do a life of crime? There was a cop by the name of Blankenship in the Panama City Police Department who,
What is that you want from the governor's office, Mr. Wood?
Well, what I would like, my friend, in good faith, I want an investigation done, and I want a prosecution done. I want you to contact...
Well, we're not going to do that.
Well, let me ask you something then, Warren Davis. I've already told you, I've gone to the Panama City Police Department. I've gone to Bay County Sheriff's Department. Oh, yeah, and I even went to the state's attorney's office, and I tried getting in touch with victims advocate Tracy Simmons, which I couldn't do. I tried getting a hold of Lisa Lee. Their phone number is 872-4473. And they said go to the Bay County Sheriff's Department. I've tried going to the Bay County Sheriff. Frank McKeithen happens to be the sheriff. His secretary happens to be Laura Olson. I've tried going to the Panama City Police Department, and Scott Urban happens to be the police chief. Laura Olson happens to be the secretary. And I'm calling the Florida governor's office right now. I hear, Scott, the speech of where Governor Rick Scott is saying, we pride in Florida being the best place for citizens to live, the quality of life and everything like that. Is the Florida governor's office interested in getting rid of dirty cops?
So you just strung several sentences together.
All right, let me ask you something.
Final question.
Is the Florida governor's office...
See this low-life motherfucker? This son of a bitch. What he's trying to do is he's using cop tactics. Just like that Fani bitch accused me of saying the Board of Governors instead of Florida governor. See, these are sick motherfuckers. These are in positions. He gets $63,000 fucking dollars a year. I'm sure that we can find some street person in the Panama City Mission that would love to make that kind of money, and they would sure help out a lot more people.
Office interested in getting rid of dirty cops?
The governor's office doesn't administer law enforcement agencies. The governor's office, or the state of Florida, is more focused on recruiting and certifying the best law enforcement officers possible. The governor's office doesn't administer the agencies that the law enforcement officers work for. So, as far as it pertains to a law enforcement officer doing something criminal, it still lies with the local law enforcement agency and its internal affairs division to determine if the officer should be employed or not.
Oh, I see. So in other words, I've already told...
Notice that motherfucker said determine. This is a common tactic that is used by motherfucking lowlife motherfuckers that are in the state. They suck the state's titty for the rest of their life. They're on the state's gravy train until they fucking die. They got all kinds of perks and everything. They don't give a shit about nobody except them fucking selves.
I've already tried calling the Panama City Police Department. They said they did not have an internal affairs division. Now, would they be lying to me?
I don't know. I can't speak for that law enforcement agency.
See, what I don't understand, Warren Davis, I am begging...
See, he's saying he can't speak for this fucking idiot motherfucker. He can't speak for if they're doing corrupt shit. The reason why is they're all covering each other's motherfucking asses.
To try and see if we can clean up dirty cops. And it seems to me like citizens are basically told, fuck off, get out, it's not my goddamn motherfucking problem.
Alright, Mr. Wood, you crossed the line there.
Tell me what line I crossed.
Well, I don't have to listen to profanity. I don't have to listen to you describe something and put words in my mouth.
All right, okay, I'll say dirty cops.
I understand you have concerns about law enforcement officers in your community, and you believe that they're corrupt. Then I'd encourage you to continue to work within your community.
Notice he said that you believe. So basically what he's doing, he's calling me a motherfucking liar. That's a diplomatic way of saying you're a lying motherfucker.
Make sure that, whether it's the sheriff's office or it's the police department, to make sure that they're not employing people that don't have good values.
What is your what is your salary there, Warren Davis?
I think it's a little over 63.
Do you know how many homeless people that would love to make $63,000 a year?
But it's not really
that's over $1,000 a week.
Did you call here, Mr. Wood, just to have an argument with me, or was there something that you felt that the governor's office could do to address the issue you're describing?
Okay, Warren.
So we've talked about this before, and I feel confident that after several years of us discussing this, you understand that what you're describing is not something the governor's office has authority over.
Well, can I ask you a question then? How many times do you recall that calls have been made to you? How many times?
I know that you and I have spoken, I would probably say at least a half dozen times over the past few years. And I know you've spoken with our staff several times on this issue.
Okay, now, what would be the reason why I'm being told it ain't my problem, and then...
Okay, well, let me answer that for you.
Go ahead.
The governor's office does not employ the law enforcement officers that you're complaining about.
Oh, but let me ask you something. You can do executive orders for investigation, right? Am I correct on that?
Not you, not me. The governor can decide if he wishes to remove a public official from office because they have been charged or indicted for a crime. So, if a law enforcement officer that you make a complaint about is charged with a crime, that's not something that rises to the attention of the governor unless it's the head of the law enforcement agency, the elected official, the sheriff himself.
So in other words,
the sheriff or the police chief can arrest their own deputies or their own officers.
Yeah, I find it awfully interesting that